Kemper County was trying to make school history today. The Wildcats facing off against Charleston for the Class 3A state championship in Starkville. His Twitter handle is "I'm faster than you," and it's not a gimmick, it's the truth. UWA alumni and Kansas City Chiefs rookie Tyreek Hill showed out again last night. The Lady Dogs had a chance to make more history as they faced off against Washington in the Sweet 16. With a win, MSU would advance to the Elite Eight for the first time ever. With an impressive victory over 8th-ranked South Carolina last night, the Bulldogs climbed to second place of the SEC West. Game 2 took place this afternoon. With Mississippi State upsetting Texas A&M last week, the Bulldogs gained a lot of confidence. And what great timing with them going into Tuscaloosa today to face the high-powered Crimson Tide. But Alabama is nothing like A&M. There are some analysts who said Ole Miss barely missed the big dance this year. They made a huge run at the end, but it wasn't quite enough. But hey, they made the NIT tournament. With an impressive victory over Monmouth this past Tuesday, they advanced to the second round this morning to face another squad who also barely missed the big dance cut, Syracuse. Meridian alumni Rodney Hood launched his hoop career on the high school hardwoods like this. And took his talents to arenas across the country like this. Meridian alumni to college hoop star to now possibly the next big thing in the NBA. Once just a local celebrity in the Queen City, the name is now internationally known.
It feels good, knowing that all your hard work is paying off, and a lot of people around the world know you now. It was just Mississippi, now it grew to North Carolina, and now out in Utah. So it's a great feeling.
It was locker room talk. I'm not proud of it.
This is the locker room of the 3A football powerhouse, the Kemper County Wildcats. This is where they obviously prepare for practices and for games. There's also an unwritten rule. What happens in the locker room stays in the locker room. I talked with Kemper County football head coach Chris Jones, and in his locker room, any talk that is non-football related from his players is basically banned.
Honestly, if we hear anything other than football, whether it's female talk, whatever, we try to cut that off immediately.
If you pass the WTOK building on 9th Street, you might have seen this bumper sticker in the window. It belongs to Thomas Burton, who works behind the scenes for News Center 11. He's a proud Meridian Mississippian, but the Chicago Cubs have always been a huge part of his life.
I just remember our family, we're really strong baseball-minded, baseball culture.
Burton has collected memorabilia of the historical baseball club throughout his whole life, and after years of success and heartbreak, he's stuck by their side. Powerlifting isn't a sport that is commonly associated with women, but the Lady Wildcats use that as motivation to power themselves to victory.
I think what keeps me motivated is the lack of support that we get and how people feel like girls can't lift weights. So when we do go out there and we prove the boys wrong, that's like the best feeling ever.
They got the power. They can do things that some guys think they cannot do. And it's very impressive when you see females go out there and break all-time state records year after year. And we've been doing that for, 10 years plus.
Let's get this money.
I tried lifting what some of them considered a warm-up, and I had to go see a chiropractor right after.
I didn't go down all the way.
I mentioned yesterday that when MSU and South Carolina played each other earlier this season and in the SEC championship, the Bulldogs only shot under 40% from the field. Well, the same thing happened. They shot an underwhelming 35% from the field, 19 for 55, and they were dry beyond the arc, well, almost dry. They shot 2 for 12. Another big factor was second chance points. South Carolina had 13. MSU had 6. However, the all-tournament team was selected right after the game, and Morgan Williams and Victoria Vivians were selected for the all-tournament team this year. That's going to do it from Dallas, Texas at the American Airlines Center. We'll send it right back to you, Lindsay. 4 players and coaches from East Mississippi will be representing the Magnolia State this upcoming Saturday in the Mississippi-Alabama Bowl. From Meridian is Savante Lloyd and Central Latham. Head coach Teddy Dice from Philadelphia will be in charge of the outside linebackers, and head coach from Wayne County, Todd Magnum, is in charge of the whole team. In a traditional matchup between the two states that showcases the best athletes and coaches of high school football, the participants of East Mississippi are honored to represent their state.
I feel good. Just trying to, when we get to the game, make sure we do what we got to do.
It's a huge honor, and not only to represent the state of Mississippi, to represent Philadelphia High School and represent our players at Philadelphia High School, and to be chosen by your peers to to coach in this ball game is just a tremendous honor.
We are about 40 minutes out from when the South team kicks off their first practice tonight for the Bernard Blackwell All-Star Bowl. We have dozens of players from East Mississippi that will be representing the South team from schools like Meridian, Union, West Lauderdale, Kemper County, and much more. And two standouts that will be on this team will be DJ Clayton from Kemper County and Tredarius Harris from Union. Dozens of scouts from a lot of colleges will be at this game this Saturday, so this is an opportunity for a lot of these players to get some exposure. Northeast Lauderdale head coach Kurt Blackburn has been selected to be an assistant coach for this game, and we will hear from him tonight at News Center 11 at 10. Now back to you, Lindsay. We are live here at Buffalo Wild Wings. You know, with us only being 95 miles out from Tuscaloosa, thousands of Bama fans are settled here in Meridian. Hundreds of those thousands will be here tonight at Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's talk to some fans real quick. Hey, what's your name?
Riley Linton.
All right, cool. So you obviously have a Wisconsin shirt, so you don't care who wins. I'm kidding. So who do you think is going to win and why?
Alabama, and I think that their defense is going to be way over Clemson's offense. And my prediction for the game is 33-17.
All right, it's just not the season finale for the Wildcats. It's also senior night. And I was at Meridian's practice yesterday, and I can tell you this, despite the fact that Callaway has struggled throughout the season compared to Meridian's success, head coach Ron Norman knows that this is not the time. We are live here at Meridian Heights Gym, and currently the Lady Wildcats and the Lady Bulldogs are currently getting it on. Let's give you a score update real quick. Currently, Meridian is leading Brandon 9-7 in the second quarter. Rebels looking to rebound after losing in the finals of the Paradise Jam this past Monday. First quarter Rebs up by 7. Brian Tyree drives to the hoop where he alley-oops it to McCanvas Hyman for the jam. Now towards the end of the first, Colin Neal finds Terrence Davis wide open for the three and nails it. Davis finished with 18 points coming off the bench, 3 for 4 beyond the arc, and the Rebs win 86-81, improving to 5-1. Fourth quarter now, Breeze to Willie Sneed. It looks like a screen, but it's trickery to Tim Hightower for a 50-yard TD. Saints would rout the Rams 49-21. They'll face the NFC North Division leading Lions next Sunday. Looking to contain the nation's leading scorer, Kelsey Plum. First quarter, Plum with a 3 to open the scoring. Plum with a game high, 29 points. Victoria Vivians was once again on the bench to start the game, but she got hers in. Vivians finished with 13 points this evening. Washington actually took the lead back in the third quarter, but the Huskies had no answer for Tiara McCowan. The sophomore center had 20 of her career-high 26 points in the second half. She was 9 of 10 from the field in the fourth quarter. MSU goes on to win 75-64. Cats first drive, Eric Clark Jr. connects with a wide open, and I mean a wide open, DJ Clayton for a 60-yard plus TD. They go for 2 and failed. Get this, Clayton had 148 receiving yards just in the first quarter. Wildcats up 6-0. Fourth quarter, same score. Trey Truly sneaks in and bounces off defenders to get in the end zone to tie it up. They go for 2 and convert. Wildcats trail 8-6. Late in the fourth, Eric Clark Jr. connects with Clayton again, who spins the defender out of his cleats and runs for green passers for his second TD. They go for 2 and fail. Charleston gets one more chance to come back and can't do it. And the 2016 Kemper County Wildcats cement their legacy as the first state champs of football in school history, defeating Charleston 12-8.
There will also be shorter races along with that marathon. Some interesting things going on there. Rashaad, what's going on in sports?
I like Tim Irvin's haircut.
Yeah,
it reminds me of someone else's.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know who, but.
I don't know either, man. Can't think of anybody off the top of my head.
I'll think about it later.
All right, now Rashaad's here for a look at sports.
You've been watching UWA alumni Tyreek Hill tearing it up right now. It's
Yeah.
Oakland. He's got a punt return and a receiving touchdown.
Not bad.
And he's giving me fantasy football points.
Okay.
So I'm happy.